I'm just so proud of my team. I mean, they're my kind of team, my kind of kids. They just showed tremendous grit and toughness tonight coming on the road. I just thought they played so hard. I thought our guard play was really special defensively. I thought Kyra was really good the first half. She got in a little foul trouble, and I'm sure that affected her a little bit. And then Ashley comes off the bench and picks up where Kyra left off. So we had really good point guard play tonight from both those kids. And again, I thought Kyra kind of set the tone early with Joe, and then when we played the big lineup together, they had some success in the first half. But I'm really proud of these kids. It's my kind of team, y'all. I mean, they come on the road, and I mean, we missed a layup to go up 24, and the next thing you know, it's a 6-point game, and you're fighting for your life, and we didn't flinch. I mean, I look in Joe's eyes, and I mean, she's got it. She wants the moment. Charlie has 27 and 6 tonight, 9 for 11 from the free throw line, and was really special. And you know, when we made our run and got up, she was doing a great job of finishing and getting to the line. So it's just a great team victory. You know, our team, I think, is coming together. They're coming. We're nowhere close to being finished, but you know, we're getting better. And I think that's what we all see. I think Charlie sees it in her teammates. I think our whole team sees it. You got Celeste over there that we're dying to get back, and yet we've been able to navigate this and get through it without her. And she'll be back. She's getting some good rest right now, and she'll be back after Christmas. So just awfully proud of these kids. I mean, to come in here and, I mean, like I said, at one point we were really doing a great job, but then when we kind of got knocked back on our heels a little bit, we didn't flinch, and really did a good job executing. So proud of them. They're going to get a nice little break here for Christmas. We got them an extra day. They deserve it. They have been so special through this pandemic and done a great job of doing what they're supposed to do for the most part. And so I'm really happy for them. So,
Coach, thank you. We'll take questions. Michelle Vopel, go ahead, please.
Yeah, Coach Schaefer, Charlie, congrats on the win. If I could ask you both the same question, I think Charlie's played in such a way. I mean, she's part of the conversation for National Player of the Year now. Just the consistency on both ends of the court. Can you guys both talk about what's led to that? Is this just a maturation process? But it just seems like that, like I said, that consistency is there game after game.
I would say it has a lot to do with this coaching staff. I wasn't really big on defense in my prior seasons, and I feel like that's no, I haven't. I've definitely grown a lot in a lot of areas, especially playing and defending the floor. Sometimes when we have a small lineup and I'm there at 4 and Lauren's at the 5. And so I just give a lot of credit to the coaching staff helping me develop that side of my game, because as everyone knows, I can score offensively, but what I do on the defensive side definitely helps our team more. And so that just really is good to see that that's paying off, and I'm getting better. I'm getting better at defending more.
You know, Michelle, she's really, really a unique kid, very special, multiple skills, hard to deal with. You know, Drake put 2 kids on her, and she had 2 points at halftime, but we had 59 at half. And that's going to happen some nights. And I think for her right now, she's enjoying winning. She's enjoying being on a really good team. We had to have her tonight. She had to answer for us tonight. I told her today, great players play great in the big games, and we got 17 more right in front of us. You know, whatever great is, whatever that looks like, you know, I thought she passed the ball tonight early, and whether I wanted her to or not, but that's the unselfishness that she showed tonight and had. So I think that's what great players do. They allow you to play through them, not just to them. She did have a few turnovers tonight, she knows, and you know, we'll work on that. But I think she's got so many skills. It's just hard to deal with her. It's my job now to kind of move her around and put her in some different areas. But one thing's for sure. There's a couple spots down on the floor where she's hard to deal with. And if we can do our job at the guard spot and get her set up, she knows what to do with it when we get her in those positions. Once we start playing the big lineup together more with her and Lauren, man, that can be something special. And that's going to allow both those kids played together the first half and did a good job. They shared the ball to each other, and they were hard to deal with. And so, I think that's going to be something too that's going to really allow us to develop a different identity as a team. So, again, special kid, and proud of her. She's getting better. She lets me coach her. I'm demanding. She doesn't get to slide when she doesn't do something right. And I think that's only going to make her better and better every day and all the way down the line.
Thank you.
Bob Ballou, please.
Yeah, Coach, I mean, I know you'd love to win by 20 or 25, but how good is it to see your team, even for the future, for their confidence moving forward, knowing even if a team's coming back on them, they've got that mental toughness, especially on the road in a conference game, to kind of withstand that and come away with a win?
Bob, we if we'd executed late, we'd have won by 15. We slopped it up and gave 5 points there at the end. And I'll coach that too. I'll handle that as well. But I'm like I said, to be up on the road in this league, and we miss a layup to go up 24, and then we lose 2 shooters, and again, we got different people. We're out there with the big lineup. Charlie's having to guard a 4. She kind of got lost a couple times, and it's going to happen. She'll get more and more comfortable with that. But I think we settled in. We answered, and again, I just didn't see us flinch. I called the timeout. I think we came out and executed, got the ball to Charlie and got it inside. And I think she went to the free throw line. We got a foul called. And so they did a great job of coming out of a timeout and executing. So again, we've got so much growth, in front of us, Bob, but I'm just super, super proud of them. Again, I thought they showed tremendous toughness and grit tonight. Again, we're no different today than we were last week, the week before, a month ago. We're still a young, inexperienced, and at times immature team, but we showed glimpses tonight of some of the not that, if that makes sense. And so I'm really proud of them.
Danny Davis, please.
Two, one for Vic and one for Charlie. Could you talk a little bit about Joe's growth over this past year? I mean, last year she had seniors ahead of her, so maybe she wouldn't have been asked to play the way she did tonight, but how much has she grown over the past year?
Did you asking me or her?
He's asking you.
Charlie.
Oh, me.
That's what I thought. I wasn't here last year.
No, I feel like Joe is definitely, she's more confident now. I feel like last year it was kind of like a role play, but now it's like she knows that she has to have the ball in her hands. And when she has the ball in her hand, she can get to her spot every time. And so that's stuff that we work on in practice, and she knows that she can get to her spot anytime that she can. So it makes her hard to guard, especially when she's playing defense. She's like a gnat, so is Ashley. And so it's good to know for me as a post player that I have great guards like that I could depend on and that I can rely on, when we're trying to execute our offenses. So I'm just really glad to see her growth from last year to this year. She's definitely taken on a better leadership role.
And then Vic, with this long break, whether it's 8 or 9 days, what is the plan for your team? Are they going to be allowed to go home for the holidays? I mean, you do have some Californians and a New Yorker on your team, so that makes it difficult, but what is the plan for this break?
Absolutely. I want them to go home. They need a break. These kids have been so good. We've navigated this thing. No one's gotten sick. And so I want them to go home and enjoy Christmas. We actually got them an extra day today, Danny. So we were going to bring them back the night of the afternoon of the 26th. And we got them to the 27th. So we'll all test late tonight. Actually, it'll be tomorrow. Then they'll go home. I've read them the riot act. I've told them my job might be on the line if they don't do what I'm asking them to do. But go home, be with their family, immediate family, but no family gatherings. stay away, just stay and enjoy your immediate family. But they've worked so hard for this and deserve it. And so we'll come back the 27th. We'll test, we'll practice. We'll practice the 28th. We play the 29th at 4 in the afternoon against Lamar. And we'll have another test that morning. So that's the plan right now, Danny. I'm just so pleased that they can get, you know, if we didn't, they basically were going to only have 3 days because it'll take Ashley a half a day to travel home to California. Celeste will take her a while to get to New York. Now she'll be home in 30 minutes. She needs to take 3 hours, but I know she'll be pedal to the metal. But we've got some kids, like you said, DC, and so it'll take them, half a day to get there. So, they'll travel tomorrow. They'll have all the 23rd, all the 24th, all the 25th, and all the 26th, 4 full days, which is what I wanted for them. They deserve it, man. They've really done a good job. They've worked extremely hard. This is new. They were working harder than they've ever worked in their life. And I'm proud that they can get those days with their family. They deserve it. They all have such wonderful families, Danny. I mean, I've got a great group of kids. I mean, I love them. Boy, tonight, I just watching them, it's my kind of team, y'all. I mean, really, the toughness, the grit, how hard they played, their tenacity, it's just my kind of team. And I love coaching them. And they're going to get better. And that's what's exciting. I turned around to Coach Harrison. I said, they're coming. They're growing up, and you just see glimpses of it during the course of a game. So I'm so encouraged. Y'all, we've been together 4 months. That's it. 4 months. I mean, it's really incredible. I'm amazed at the growth that this team has had and how far they've come in such a short period of time. And I put on the board, we're now living in the top 20. That 13, 12 to 25 is real fluid. That's kind of the rent district. You pay those top 10 people, those are paying mortgages. But I told them, I said, once I'm in, I'm used to paying mortgages. Well, we paid the mortgage tonight to live in the top 20 for another week. I'm not paying any rent. I want them to embrace it. Own it. Now let's see. Let's just keep living it every day. Practice it, play it every day. That's what I want them to do.
We have time for 3 more. Chris Tavares, go ahead, please.
Hey, Vic, I had to step in for Roger. I had to go and anchor, but you talked about going into this break and how much these kids deserve it, but how nice is it to go into this break off of opening conference play with a win and the momentum that you have beyond just them earning it? You know that this team is in a good place with where you want them in terms of competitiveness. And also just hearing you talk, it sounds like this team kind of made a breakthrough for you where you're starting to see something a little different after tonight than maybe you were earlier in the season.
Probably a little bit of truth to that, but I mean, again, I see the growth of this team daily, and the last couple of games now, we obviously scored a lot the other night, weren't very good defensively. I thought tonight, y'all, we were really special. We forced 34 turnovers tonight, y'all, in a Big 12 game. I mean, that's an astronomical number, y'all. 20 at half. I mean, they didn't shoot it bad, but they gave it to us 34 times, but they didn't give it to us. We caused them. And always, you'll hear me say this all the time, we're not standing around in a 2-3 zone playing hope you miss defense. And that's how hard our kids play. And I mean, I'm telling you, I'm seeing how hard we're playing. It starts at the guard position. Kyra, I thought her, Joe, and Audrey early were special. They set the tempo. I thought she was good on help side a couple times. But I just, y'all, Audrey went down twice today. She went down in practice. Then she goes down in the game. That kid comes back, played 34 minutes. Just tough, man. Just a competitor. I mean, how can you not appreciate and love a kid that plays as hard as she does? Joe, Ashley, as a freshman, what she's doing, the growth that she's showing, playing with a mask on, y'all. Y'all try walking around at work with a mask on. She's playing in a collegiate basketball game in the Big 12, 5 assists, 3 steals. I think that's right. She had 5 assists, I know. She didn't have the steal. Joe had 5 assists and 3 steals. But Ashley had the 5 steals and 3 assists. So you got to give those kids credit. And again, I just think, Kyra kind of started it, got in a little foul trouble. Ashley came off, kept it going. So you're right. I'm seeing us, I'm an emotional guy. I get pretty excited about things, and I'm excited about this team. And but they know when they come back, we'll be right back to going to work, getting after it. We won't be accepting anything less than going as hard as we can, as long as we can.
Carter Yates, go ahead, please.
Hey, Charlie, the past 2 games, you've been getting double teamed in the paint constantly, and the other team's been trying to throw all they got at you. Tonight, you had 14 out of your 27 points in the second quarter alone. Like, what was clicking in that second quarter for you? And, just what was clicking?
Yeah, me and Coach actually talked about this. It's frustrating getting double teamed and triple teamed, and I just have to learn to trust my teammates, and I feel like I did that tonight. It relieved some of the pressure inside, and it made our offensive harder to guard. And so just when that happens, my teammates know to knock down open shots. If there's 2 people on me, my teammates are open. And so me being the person that I am, I trust my teammates, and I have to hone into the process and understand that my coaches are going to put me and everybody on the court in a position to win. And so I feel like tonight shots were falling, and they might not fall. Like how Coach said, I had 2 points last game in the first half, but we had 59 points, and my team produced. And so I have to be unselfish and know that it's going to be my game, Joe's game, or someone else's game. But at the end of the day, we're going to do what's best for the team. And so tonight, my shots were falling, and I had 27 points, but my teammates put me in a position to do so. So that was really good.
Have time for one last one. John High, please go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
This is for Charlie. I don't want you to get confused on this one. Coach keeps talking about this being the type of team that he likes, his type of team. What excites you about this team right now, 7 games in?
I've never been on a team like this that is just so defensive oriented. Like it's just crazy to see how our guards just attack like in the press. And so me being a post, I have to get up in the press too. So that's different for me, but I'm learning and I feel like I'm getting better. We practice it every day and the topic is always defense. And so I feel like that definitely, when we execute defensively, that runs our offense. And so I'm just glad to be on a team like this. It gets everybody going, and it's hard to guard us. It's hard to guard us. And so I'm excited to see what the future holds. We're just getting started. We're 1-0 in Big 12, and so we have 17 more.
Hey, and John, I'm going to jump in here now. We did score 101 points the last game. We've scored 100 twice this year. So defense is important. It is important, but I like scoring too. I'm just as good winning 101-80 as I am 62-52. But on the road, sometimes your shots aren't going to fall. Tonight, our guards didn't shoot it well. And that's when your defense travels, buddy. Your defense travels. And we talked about that, getting on the road. Defense, rebound, and inside game. That's what you got to have to win on the road. And defense always travels. And I thought our defense was special tonight. And again, offensively, she was pretty special tonight as well. And she's really coming defensively. She's doing a good job. Again, she'll learn tonight from some mistakes, just like we all will. But this team can be special now, but we got a lot of work to do. Hey, thank y'all so much. Appreciate y'all. Merry Christmas to everybody. Praise the Lord and hook 'em horns.
Welcome.